All right. Welcome everyone to the Crystal Governance Platform Workshop. We're excited to have everyone here. We've been working hard over the last few months to launch this product, and we're excited to really get into the nitty-gritty of how DAO communities can use it. So really, how I want to start is just go around the room. We're building a community here, so we really want people to be able to find synergies together. There's a lot of cool projects on this call. Like, I'm serious. Like, that's one of the coolest things about what we're doing, is that all these DAOs are really cool projects and they can find synergies together to create progress faster. So super excited to have you guys here. So just go around the room. I guess to make it easy, I'll just go first and then I'll say someone's name, they'll go. The next person, pick someone randomly and then they'll go. So just say, your project, your name, and then a quick description of what your project is. So I'm Logan. You guys probably all know me. I talk to most of you guys all the time. But I'm a co-founder of Clarity. And what Clarity is we help build tools for DAOs to make it a non-technical experience to engage your community, have on-chain votes, and all that type of stuff. So I'll toss it over to Justin.
Yep, I'm Logan's co-founder. I work more on the UI UX side of things over at Clarity. Been working with Matt on Crystal, the platform that you guys are all getting ready to use. So very excited for you guys all to see that, and I'll let Matt introduce himself.
Yep, nice to meet you all. I'm Matt. I joined the Clarity team a couple months ago, full stack engineer, to help them build out this Crystal app that you guys are about to use. So if you find any bugs or issues, I'm the one you can blame. You can let me know and I'll fix it for you. Craig, if you want to go in and give a summary of your project.
Yeah, sure. Hey, everyone. My name is Craig Gimmel. I'm the founder of a project called Goki. We're a real estate focused project, and basically we're working on building tools to help enable peer-to-peer financing and transactions on Cardano. One part of that is kind of by demand. There's interest in investment type products out there, and we looked at doing that sort of as a DAO, and legally we're kind of having some second thoughts about our use case for DAO right now, but we still want to offer a more centralized, regulated product, but with a layer of plenty of community input. So looking forward to implementing Crystal in our new website that we're building at goki.finance. So Adam, you want to go?
Adam, you're on mute.
Oops, sorry. Hey guys, how are you? I hope you are doing well. So basically, I'm Adam. I'm working with Cardashift, and the idea of Cardashift is to build a kind of an ecosystem of individuals dedicated to driving positive change. So basically, for instance, we developed a launchpad where we accelerated to impact and real-world projects. And right now, we are developing a new kind of marketplace, an impact marketplace where impact real-world project would be able to get funded through NFTs. Who's next? Richard?
Hey guys, I'm the founder of the Charity DAO. We're trying to bring Cardano kind of as like a framework for charity organizations for security and transparency.
Awesome.
Who's left?
Val can go.
Yeah.
I'll shout it out. I think I have it's there.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I'm Val. I'm Chief Product Officer at Genius Yield, and we are building a decentralized exchange on Cardano, another book with concentrated liquidity, and on top of that, a yield optimizer. And we have also a spin-off project, Genius X, which is an accelerator program and launchpad.
Awesome.
Maybe
Next.
Daniel?
Hey guys, I'm Daniel, co-founder of Metera. We're building a DeFi platform to let users create and invest in ETFs in the Cardano ecosystem. And we are also based on a DAO structure where we'll be managing our treasury, do a community management of the treasury. So using Clarity for all of this. I think maybe Thomas.
Sure. I'm actually a dev working for Clarity. I do not work on Crystal, though. I work mostly on-chain and CTL stuff. So I'm just here to listen.
Tomas is our on-chain wizard. So we're getting the Clarity app going for the on-chain voting and automatic proposal execution. So he's the brains behind that. So he's a very important guy in our community.
Thanks for introduction.
Yeah. Let's see. I think is that everyone? Curtis.
Sure. Curtis with Infrastructure DAO. We are working towards fulfilling Cardano's ecosystem's infrastructure needs and kind of filling the hole wherever that is by establishing a DAO of some of the prime players in Cardano and kind of build an alliance that discovers where Cardano is lacking in infrastructure, where do we need more infrastructure and services, and then just sort of fill that need.
Awesome.
Pretty much it for me.
Awesome. And then I think the last one is Adam Laurent, the other Adam.
Yeah, I'm just an entrepreneur, really excited about this space. I've been working with a couple friends to try to create a DAO-based brewery that we can run together without any one of us, having to be the owner. So I'm really interested in your platform, and I love all of the amazing talent and the vibes and energy that I'm getting. So thank you.
Hell yeah. Yeah, this is a cool community that's coming together. All right. I think that's everyone. If I missed you, you can come off mute. I know that Robert is driving, but Robert is the founder of the School DAO. So he actually has a school where the students make all sorts of decisions. Right now they carry out with pen and paper voting, and he's going to transfer it to be more of a DAO structure to kind of modernize this type of education that he's a part of. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, now let's get into the workshop. So to kind of give you an overview, we're going to talk about what you can use Crystal for, and then we're going to get into breakout rooms. We just had one more person come in. Her name is Sharonda. She runs a DAO for nurses. It's called Huddle DAO. So it's nurses come together and decide on different things. So she's awesome too. So then we're going to go into breakout rooms. We're going to talk about, people are going to pair up, get in small groups, talk about different proposals or bounties that they can potentially use Crystal for. And then we'll have a product demo, answer any questions that come from the demo. And then that will pretty much be it. So right now, I'll kind of kick it off to Justin to talk about what you can use Crystal for. And we'll kind of paint the picture for you guys.
Yeah, so really today what we're going to be talking about is what it takes to create an engaging poll on Crystal and the kind of two types of polls that we allow you to create. So there's going to be some updates coming soon that'll make this user experience even better, but we are trying to really differentiate between bounties and proposals on the Crystal platform. So basically a proposal, you can think of that as a way to gauge the temperature of your community on a specific kind of question that you want to pose to them that has kind of specific options that they can choose from. So the options that they can choose from are already defined, whether that's from the core team deciding what the options are, or maybe you've done some sort of refinement process to kind of get to that those narrowed down options. So stuff that you could potentially poll your community on is like if you wanted to do a treasury swap, you could say like yes, no, do we want to execute this? Very defined kind of options that the community can choose from in a very defined question. The other type of kind of poll that we're enabling is in a bounty. So this is more kind of crowdsourced ideas and kind of more engaging for the community intelligence kind of aspect of a DAO. So this is where you can kind of just leave an open-ended question out there and let other people kind of suggest their solutions and kind of help each other to refine their ideas and move towards a decision that way. So there's kind of the two different aspects of how a DAO can make a decision there that we're trying to cover. Does anybody have any questions on how either of those would work or applications of those?
So I think just to paint the picture further, Clarity just had a proposal up. We said, what features do you want us to implement next? And then we had, there was predefined options. Do you want proposal versus bounty functionality? Do you want a forum that you can discuss a proposal or bounty on attached to each proposal? So we created a proposal. But in theory, what we could have done is said, what feature do we want to build out next? And left it open-ended so that anyone in the community could come in and create a submission that could be voted on. So those are kind of the two different things. So in the interest of time, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up some breakout rooms. I'll open up 3 or 4 breakout rooms. And then just we'll kind of evenly split up. You can get to know people in the community. And then the task for each breakout room is to think of 3 different things you might want to poll your community on. So the purpose of this activity is not only to get to know the other DAO founders that are in this call, but also start thinking about what would be a type of proposal or bounty that would be useful for your DAO to implement. So I'm going to go ahead and open the breakout rooms, and then we will spend about 5 minutes in our breakout rooms discussing this. Let's see, 4 breakout rooms, output. Let's do 3. Okay, I'm just assigning different, so they're even. All right, I'm just going to open them up and I'll hop around the rooms. We'll see how the split goes, but we'll spend the next 5 minutes doing that. If there's any questions, feel free to ask. But the breakout rooms are now open.
Oh, I guess we beat everyone.
Yeah,
Quick and efficient. Hey, I guess while we're waiting, Matt, I was just kind of have a general question I wanted to ask at some point to the team. Have you guys ever considered ranked choice voting as one of the potential formats?
Yes, yeah. So we've kind of thought a lot about that because not every DAO kind of wants just like 4 options, 1 token equals 1 vote type situation. So yeah, I mean, we're trying to set it up so that whoever creates the proposal could choose, like you said, ranked voting. Another thing we're thinking about is kind of how to calculate voting power. So it could be like a quadratic function or something like that.
Sure.
To maybe try and limit the amount of pull that whales have within the community and stuff like that.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, Craig, I guess what stage are you currently at with Goki?
So, I mean, I guess in terms of like, if you're thinking about like kind of through the lens of like looking at startups, we're kind of a pre-seed type stage. We're starting to build our proof of concept, but what we've kind of decided is like we're kind of in this Web 2.5 space right now. So we're going to kind of roll out kind of some like Web 2.0 type services with kind of the goal of kind of building a user base, sort of a captive user base who are interested in kind of exploring what can be done in real estate, and then offering blockchain-based tools and solutions on top of kind of some tools that are kind of already out there. So I don't know. It's hard to put into words, I guess, the stage.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of where we're at. Have the Web 2.5 Crystal app going.
Yeah.
Kind of ease people into the whole Web3 community and the on-chain voting and stuff like that.
Yeah, we threw a lot of like Web3 concepts out there, and it felt a little early, at least for the real estate industry, because they move kind of slow. So
yeah, gotcha.
All right. Sorry to cut you guys off, but now we're going to move into the demo, and we're actually going to make a proposal that the Clarity community can vote on right now. So this is on the live site. This is just kind of a more visual way to. Am I sharing screen? It's just going slow. All right. Okay. So, as you guys may have already seen, this is the dashboard. Okay, so you can get through this dashboard by going to clarity.community, then clicking the governance tab, and you come to this dashboard. Here's all the different communities that are leveraging Crystal to create proposals, get community engagement, engage collective intelligence. Okay, so what happens is in order to go into any DAO's page, so for example, I'll click into Goki. What we heard from you guys was that it was very important to have kind of a UI that looks like your own. And we feel the same way, so we tried to really accommodate for that. I think Google Meet is slowing down my computer a decent amount here, but it'll load eventually. But for right now, I'm about to head into the Goki governance app. All right, so once I connect my wallet, what you'll see is that my voting power shows up based off how many of this governance token I have. So I have 100,000 of the Goki token. Okay, so that's my voting power in this community. That was more so just to show you the custom UI and how that works. So let's go make a proposal in the Clarity DAO, because this is the only DAO where I have admin privileges. So as you can see, my voting power is 32. That's because I have 32 of the Clarity NFTs in my wallet. All right, so you can see we have just been testing out a lot recently. We have like, what is your favorite color? What charity should we donate 1,082? Today, we're going to create a proposal. And it's going to hopefully be something you guys want to participate in. So the proposal that we're going to create is, how long should the free trial period for the Crystal platform last? Okay. We are polling our early partners to see how long the free trial period lasts. Okay, I'm assuming you guys will choose the longest option, but we'll still do it. There's no reward for this. Submission deadline, I'm just going to make it for tomorrow. So after tomorrow at 10:30 a.m., you will be able to start voting. So the submission deadline is the period where people can submit submissions. In this case, I'm going to make it so only admins can submit submissions. And the voting deadline, we'll have it open for a week. So it'll close on the 11th at 10:30 a.m. All right, I'm going to say there's 3 different options because I already have the predefined options in my head because we thought about what we wanted to poll our community on before. And I'm going to click this button so that only admins can create a submission. All right, and now I need to add the fields for the submission. So this is, so time, free trial period lasts. And this is going to be a field type. It's going to be text. Okay. And really, that's the only form field I need for this one because it's very simple. And then, but just to show you guys, for example, if you were doing a poll about what token should we, swap for 1000 ADA, you can have, token or logo. And then you can put in here and click file because they're going to be uploading a file here, not text, if that makes sense. So I don't need that. So I'm going to remove this field. We got our deadline set. We have a short question here, a pointed question. We have a description. We have user submission limit 3 because we're going to give you guys 3 options here. And then, like I said, only admins can create submissions. So you click submit here. Then what you're going to have to do in order to submit a proposal is sign a transaction. So my computer's moving slow. But after I sign this transaction, confirm it, what it will do is it will create the proposal. So it's live. Okay. Now, as an admin, what I have to do, because I'm the only one that can submit submissions, I got to come in here, add a submission, 4 weeks, submit. And also, there's always going to be a free version of this platform. The things you're paying for are just premium features if you see they're worth it for your DAO. Got to sign the transaction to create the submission. After I sign the transaction, it'll see submission received, 4 weeks. Then we're going to put another one, 6 weeks. I have to sign the transaction again. It gets a little redundant, but this is how we make sure that everything is secure and it keeps up with one of the CIP standards to have every action on the platform. And then we'll also do 8 weeks. All right, so this vote is live. Anyone with a Clarity NFT can come in here and cast their votes after the submission deadline passes at 10:30 a.m. EST tomorrow. And then the voting will be open until February 11th. So as an admin, say you're like, oh shit, like I made the submission deadline too soon. You can always come in, click edit proposal, and then change it here. Or if you want to add something to the description or change the question, anything like that, you're always able to edit the proposal. Then you're also always able to delete the proposal. So right now, like we have a few junk proposals just because we've been like doing examples on here. So I want to delete the proposal. What that looks like is I have to type in the proposal title here. And delete. Then you sign the transaction and it will delete the proposal for you. Okay, and then this proposal will be deleted. So, that's a high level overview. In terms of, what can be customized, we're eventually going to work on building out a admin dashboard. So you can see the community engagement metrics, how many people are participating, what's the rate of token holders to people actually participating, see a bunch of cool little graphs about this stuff. So we're eventually going to work on that. There's also features right now being added so that there will be a forum within each proposal where the community can discuss these ideas. And then you can also have multiple policy IDs. So say you have an NFT and a token in your community. You're able to have both of those give governance power. And the thing about this is, say you want your NFT to be worth 20 votes and you want your token to be worth 1 vote. You can customize the voting weight of each asset as well. Matt, is there any other points kind of I'm forgetting with this demo that you might be able to bring up? I think that's mostly it. If you want to chime in, I see you shaking your head, so I think we're covering most of it. But what we're gonna do, go ahead.
Yeah, man, I think you covered everything pretty much. The only thing I would add is kind of in that bottom right, you see a little pink button. If you click on that, you can just type in some feedback. So if you have, any bugs or any issues you encounter, let us know. That'll come to us. Or even just general feedback like, hey, we'd be interested in having this feature added, or, maybe you're not completely satisfied with your UI or something, just let us know. We're trying to, build this with you guys.
Yeah, definitely. So, if you click into your DAO, so like, for example, let's click into Matera. So we talked to Daniel a bit about making it match his website. So we put in the gradient for them. Like, this is something where you guys are our, early clients. So we want to build this with you. We want this to be a product that you want to use. We want this to actually make your project a stronger project. That's why we're here. So really feel free to communicate with us. Yeah, Daniel, he says messed up with the logos. So we're actually changing these logos out soon for him. But these are the things like you can talk to us about. And, anytime you want to get in touch with us, but to ask questions, understand more, understand features, understand what type of, custom governance. So like, for example, Latam is one of the DAOs on here, the Latam Cardano community, and they are interested in having a minimum threshold to be able to get, to be able to vote. So they want someone not to be able to vote unless they have 5,000 of their token. So those are little things that, we can try to accommodate for if it is something feasible for us to do technically, and we can work with you for that. But yeah, I'm gonna pause here. That covers most of what we wanted to do in the workshop, but I wanted to make sure we had a little time for Q&A and conversation. So if anyone wants to, hop off mute, ask a question, we're happy to answer.
Logan, when you select the only admins can create submissions, well, if you don't select that, can anyone go into and submit? And how does that look like?
Yeah. So
that's more of the at the beginning of the call we talked a little bit about proposals versus bounties. So right now that's the only differentiator is that little tab. We're about to come out with a little update that'll make that experience a little better in letting you know more specifically if you're creating a bounty or proposal. But basically what not enabling that does is, it allows everybody to create a submission. So it's more that bounty feel of crowdsourcing kind of solutions to the problem.
Yeah, and it's not, I guess, to just like specify, it's not anyone can create a submission. It's anyone with your token can create a submission.
Awesome, thank you.
A quick question, guys. Have you guys considered voting power based on stake pool delegation, sort of along the lines of what Hazelbut's doing?
Yeah, that's something we have definitely thought about, and I know the data is available. So that we're able to scrape the chain and get that data and make voting power off that. If that is a solution you want to implement, let us know and we can, figure out where it fits in the timeline and when we can implement it for you.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. Thanks.
So like maybe you could say you're not able to vote unless you've been staked to the Goki pool for 5 months, 5 weeks, whatever you want it to be. But there's lots of things that you can do like that. So
yeah, or a specific amount of ADA delegated also, either time or delegation based.
Definitely, we can get creative with it. Curtis, see your hand.
So that was actually something we planned to implement to the hazelnut bot to determine where that community is coming from. So for instance, like if Goki wanted to partner with other DAOs or collaborate with other DAOs, then their vote could say, as long as you're staking to one of these communities, then you can vote on ours, you know. So instead of just your own, you could potentially include your partners and collaborators.
That's
Love
an
that.
awesome idea, man.
Love that. Go ahead, Adam.
I guess one of the questions I have is this is really awesome, by the way. You guys have done a really amazing job. Just want to start with that because I really like this. I guess the question I have is what is the roadmap? I guess it sounds like you guys are willing to do quite a bit of customization, or potentially maybe this stuff is already on your roadmap and it's just kind of like prioritizing it based on the community. I'm just a really passionate product person, so I'm really just curious about like what's the vision, what's the strategy apart from the one-off kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, how I would describe it is, as an entrepreneur, your boss is your customers and your partners. So we're really taking that to heart, and the reason that we're being so open about customizing thing is because this is a new space and we need to figure it out all together. So as kind of we build out this product, like there's a lot of things that, you know, would be very useful to DAOs that aren't too hard to build out, just because, you know, Justin and Matt and the rest of the technical team are so, you know, good at what they do. And we need to discover how DAOs want to operate. No one has it really figured out. So, you know, yeah, we have ideas about, oh, stake pool voting based off stake pool delegation would be great. But we're not going to go and build it out unless there's a few people that are like, yeah, we want that. So that's kind of how we think about it.
No, it's great. That's just what I was just. It was just kind of a sense to see if it was like embodying the spirit of the DAO, and I love that. It's really cool, and I think you guys are a really good example of leading in that way. So thank you.
Appreciate it. Well, it sounds like there may not be any other questions, which is completely fine. We're always in the Discord to answer questions. You can email us. You have our emails. They're attached to this invite. But I really encourage everyone to, you know, start thinking about what you would want to pull your community on. Start thinking about, okay, for my DAO to actually operate, what does this platform need to do for us? And really give us feedback. Let us know. This is a conversation between us and you guys. You guys are, you know, our early adopters, and we're really excited to start forging this and pioneering this DAO space with you guys. And the last thing that I wanted to mention before we stop the recording is, you know, Clarity has an amazing technical team. Clarity has people that are full-time, bought in, building these products. You know, one thing we're really lacking is just like those core community members that come to the weekly calls and, you know, really want to build their DAO. Because look, everything that we do, everything that we build is because we want to see the DAO ecosystem accelerate. We want to see DAOs on Cardano to just start exploding. That's why we do it. And like I said, you know, you go to other communities, you know, I think Indigo has a really solid community. I think, you know, Liquid has a really solid community. We want to start taking steps in that way. Having people who care about this vision of enabling this decentralized innovation with these governance solutions, to be on these calls, to be interacting on Twitter, to, you know, just do little things that they really do make a difference in terms of getting the word out and helping people understand that, look, this is a big mission we're on, and it's going to take a community. It's going to take a lot of people that think differently than the legacy world to get involved in this. So, you know, would really just appreciate everyone's, you know, participation, whether it's on social media or in the Discord or anything. You know, we want our community to be this collaborative goo of projects that want to collaborate and work with each other to build out better solutions. So yeah, that's the last thing I wanted to close out on. I really appreciate everyone's time. And I hope you guys have a great weekend and happy Friday. I'll stick around on this call if anyone wants to keep chatting for a few minutes. But thank you guys, and that's all we have for you today, and hopefully we'll see you next week on the next community call.
Thanks, guys. See you. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Thank you.
Hey, Logan, Justin, everyone. I posted in the chat my email address. Like, if any of you guys want to email me with an address, I'll shoot you some Goki tokens, and you can play around on the Goki Clarity page, or Crystal page.
Oh, yeah.
So we can have some fun with that, maybe. But to follow up on the kind of the engagement you were talking about, Logan, I appreciate you like sending this. Getting this on my Google Calendar. So like, I would probably come to more stuff, but sometimes I just like miss it in the Discord, or I put the wrong time, like I manually enter it in my calendar and I show up at the wrong time or whatever. So I think you guys know I'd like to be more involved. So.
Got it. Awesome. Yeah, make sure you're on the
Thanks,
community
Craig.
invites. Yeah.
Cool.
We do have a community like Google Calendar. If you use Google Calendar, I can try to get you the link of the share link. But we try to put calls like this and any just even just like Catalyst Town Hall calls we put on there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Awesome. Let me see if I can pull that up while we're here.
Logan, I just wanted to ask, what can we do to help grow the community? Because I know that once we have our governance portal live, like for Metera, we can probably help transfer some users from ours to check out Clarity. But I don't really understand how you guys are trying to build a community in Clarity besides like all of the projects.
Yeah,
So what
I mean, really the community we're building is, we have those, our vision and mission statement. It's really, we're trying to find people who believe in those. So our purpose is to enable decentralized innovation. Our mission, is to create non-technical solutions so that people can do this. So I guess the real way to help is spread the word. We want our community growth to be pretty organic. We're not so much worried about, hiring bots to retweet our Twitter and stuff like that. We want the connections and people in our community to really understand why it is we're here and what we're building. So like getting on the Twitter space with you guys next Wednesday will be helpful. I know you just messaged about that. And really any DAO owners, I think those are kind of the people that really resonate with what we're doing here. So any people who want to start a DAO, kind of this entrepreneurial Web3 mindset is what we all have here.
Awesome. Yeah. Let's do that Twitter space, and maybe we can do something recurrent, and we can get some more people in. Awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll grow together, man.